Yo, what up, friends? So, I wanted to come and do a recap of the Shifting Stones event and pretty much a couple of things that's going on with Path of Exile. One of the first things is Totus not going core, and that broke my heart during the event, but we'll save that for later and we'll talk about that at another time. We know about Affliction coming out and we'll pair all that together for a video in the future, but I wanted to spend some time today and talk to you guys about a couple of big things going on. One, the event. Two, YouTube itself. And three, just kind of bring you guys up to speed about what's going on in the future. So let's start with the first major thing. One, if you like my content and you like everything that you see and you've turned on notifications, and you've probably noticed I've started streaming on YouTube. My schedule for YouTube is the same as my Twitch, and I will be broadcasting and simulcasting both live on YouTube and live on Twitch going forward. So if you like these videos, make sure that you turn on the notification bell, and this way that it kind of gives you, that little ping or the little email that says, hey, I'm live. Why don't you come check it out? But let's go into the Shifting Sands event and kind of talk about what's going on. My current character is level 86. I ended up playing an Elementalist. I played EA totems or explosive arrow totems. The build itself was out of this world fantastic. Currently, I have 19 and a half hours played on the character. It is a Sunday evening, so we're day 3 of the event. I killed Eater and Exarch at the 16-hour marker. It was a little slow for me. I actually spent a lot of time in the campaign trying all the events and trying all the different things in every zone. I had a lot of fun with the event. The event itself, I think, is really good. I like the concept of the keystones being on. I wish all of the keystones were on, and I wish all of the league mechanics were on at different times, or maybe multiple were on at a time. I didn't like the 15-minute window. I think the 15-minute window was a little bit too short. You know, you get into a zone, you start getting into the flow of a zone, and the next thing you know, it's changed, and you're hunting the new zone for what you want. But overall, I think the event was really good. I think GGG did a fantastic job with the Sentinel event, a fantastic job with this event. The only thing I hated with the event was the minus 50% experience loss. That drove me up a wall. It drove me nuts, and I hated everything about it. It was just not at all for me. But talking about my character, I progressed through the Atlas, no problem. I got to Watchstones. I got 76 points completed. I got a bunch of favorite map slots, and I was able to get just a bunch of Atlas points and just kind of do what I said what I was going to do. I went up to Wandering Path. I got a 100% chance for duplicate maps to drop. I got a bunch of extra maps. I started getting my map pool, and then eventually I made my way into Blight, and I started doing my Blighted maps. Now, I've never played EA totems before, so this was a first for me, and this build absolutely slapped. It was out of this world. It was fantastic. I had a ton of fun with it. And I just kind of want to show you guys, if you've never played EA totems and you've never really given it a whirl, you can do a lot with it on like next to no gear at all. My gear itself in the event is not the best. I have a 6-link bow from the Porcupine cards. I bought cards that has, it's essence crafted for +2 socketed bow gems with attack speed. My gloves are just accuracy and attack speed. I haven't had a chance to do the Eater and Exarch stuff on it yet. My ring I found on the floor, it just has some int, some res, some life on it. My belt, I bought a Diet and Dawn. This was actually a huge buy. My armor, I found it on the floor. My helmet, a buddy of mine got it at a ritual. I traded him for it because it had the explosive helmet enchant. Ring, Kikazaru, which desperately needs to be replaced. Boots, once again, I found on the floor. Skirmish arrow, I got from a buddy. I paid him a couple of C for it. Worked out really well. And then this amulet I picked up on the trade website, or for my buddy Will. I got it from my buddy Will. I didn't pay too much for it. It was, it pretty much does what I needed to do. Overall, EA itself is a lot of fun. I did get a cluster. It's okay. I got a second cluster. I'll show you guys the skill tree. I'll explain the whole skill tree, and I'll talk about the build in itself. But first, I will show you how it maps. Overall, playing the build, it's a little interesting. It's a little weird. You have to wait for a delay of damage to happen, but when the damage happens, it's pretty cool. It's really strong. Pretty much you just like blow up the whole screen and you can do whatever you want. And on the gear that I have now, like I was able to get 2 Watchstones. I was able to progress into tier 16 red maps. I haven't really been struggling. It feels really good. It's a little tanky. It can take a hit. You don't really have to worry. I just said you don't have to worry. I just said you don't have to worry. Essentially, I plan on killing Shaper, and I plan on killing Maven with the build. I would like to see how far I can push it and make it a potential league start idea. The big thing that I constantly keep forgetting with the build, and one thing that I really want to point out, is that you have to remember that the damage is delayed, which is one of the things that I forget the most. So you have to like essentially like place your totems, let them fire, and it takes a second for the damage to go off. And if you can remember that, you're going to be in a lot better place than I am, because sometimes I forget that damage is an instant and I run ahead like a chicken with my head cut off, and I just get killed. But if you can remember that damage is an instant, and you can remember to like take your time and not run around like a crazy person, you'll have a really, really, really good time. Now, mapping, like you can see, mapping's not too bad. You'll get killed if you're a bit of a dum. I was gonna say something else, but we're just gonna go with dum-dum. And you can clear essentially all of the maps. I started killing Shaper Guardians. I killed Eater and Exarch, no problem. There really hasn't been anything yet that's given me a hard time outside of my own stupidity and my own inability to be patient sometimes and wait for damage to go off and kill the mobs. So if you can just like be a little bit patient, you will be in a really, really, really good spot. And I really wanted to spend a minute and show you guys a map, especially one that I haven't done before, and just let you guys have a real feel for what to expect with the build, especially if you wanted to do something like this, and show you guys just the progression that I went with. Now, overall, everything went really smooth and swimmingly. I was able to farm a ton of Blighted maps, and Blight itself ended up being really good and really strong. If you haven't started this event yet and you're looking for a build to play and you just want something that's really easy, something that's super simple, I highly, highly, highly recommend EA Totems. Like I mentioned, I think this would be a build that I would heavily consider league starting with. Like, without a doubt, I would 100% more than likely league start this. It just plays so well. I know there's probably a bunch of people, oh, this is actually like insane. That's actually like insane. I know there's probably a bunch of people that play EA Totems all the time and they're like, yeah, dumbass, it's like really good. And I'm like, sorry, I have no idea. But I was able to take all of my Blighted maps. I was able to put my oils on it and then, you know, just kind of do what it does. The map mods just didn't even matter, man. They just didn't even matter. As far as my mystery box goes, I didn't get anything good, so I ended up buying a mystery box, and I got the map device, and I love this thing. I think it's great. But yeah, if you get the opportunity or you get the chance, I would play EA Totems. If you're still on the fence about the event, I really encourage you guys to try the event. I think the event in itself was fantastic. I really liked EA a lot in the event, especially because I am a big Blight guy. I think Ignite is probably one of the best things to be doing for Blight, and overall, I just really, really, really enjoyed it, and I had a really good time. I really look forward to more events like this in the future from GGG. I hope though that they don't put the minus 50% EXP loss. I kind of hated that. That was like the biggest factor that made me like not really want to play in the events. But if they don't put the minus 50% again in the future and they just kind of like let us like play the game and chill, like I think it would be great and I would have such a good time with it. Though I would like for hardcore to come back. I know I die a lot. I know I'm a 6 portal warrior gamer, but I kind of like the events and I kind of like hardcore in the events because it makes me learn and makes me push and try. But you can see here, like I was able to just like do these Blighted maps and then just let Ignite do Ignite things and not have to worry about anything. It was just EA made the event free. It literally made it as free can be. And you know, if you get the opportunity to try the event or you're still really on the fence, I would grab an EA build and go nuts. I will post a link to my POB that I'm in with right now down in the description down below. You guys can check it out if you want. You can also pull my profile via my Twitch and see what's going on. And you know, just kind of keep up to date with what I'm doing and stuff like that. But as far as the event goes, I managed to hit the goal that I want. I wanted to get to 85. I got 77 completion. You know, it took me a little bit of time because I went a little bit of slow. I really didn't want to like sweat the event too much. And I just kind of overall, wow, Ignite is just so strong. I just wanted to enjoy it, you know? So I think that's that. As far as the rest of the league goes, or like the rest of the event, I might push for 90. 90 seems very within reach because of Blight. Blight is like super easy to level with. and there's really not a whole lot that you need to worry about with EA, especially inside of Blighted maps. You could just like kind of cruise and do whatever you want to do. But outside of the event, I think I'm going to focus a little bit on just kind of where I want to go with, you know, the future. I think I'm still in the running to do a Delve League start, depending on what Affliction brings. I have a couple of ideas about what Affliction means or what the League is going to be about. I also have a couple of things to say about Totem not going core. I'll put all my thoughts together in a video and I'll get that out to you guys. But overall, my plan going forward for the rest of the league is to just, you know, cruise, chill, figure out what I want to do for a Delve League start, and just kind of prepare and get ready. You know, we're a week or so out from the release of all the information, and that'll give us a lot of who's it's and what's it's about what's going on. And, you know, as your favorite blabber on the internet, because I've been told that I'm great at blabbing, I'm just going to keep blabbing, you know, to keep keeping you guys. Where did the timer go for this event? How did I lose the timer for this Blight event? Oh, is the timer literally down here now? Wait, I'm so confused. Where did my timer go? Anyways, hi. Thanks for all the support and being here. But yeah, going forward, you know, I'm just gonna mess around with the rest of the league. I'm gonna explore, I'm gonna dabble, and overall, you know, I'll push this guy probably to 90 and then start practicing Delve and Delve starts, you know? Outside of that, if you like the content, you want to keep supporting, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on notifications via the little bell. And, you know, if you're into live streams, I highly encourage you guys to come check out the YouTube live. You know, that's going to be a thing going forward, and you guys can check out the videos, the live, you can come hang out, and it'll be a good time. But yeah, man, this is it. This was my build. This was EA. This was the event for me, and it was pretty easy, man. I don't know. I think you guys should try it. The only thing I would say with EA is just be wary of the damage and the delay of damage, and if you're okay with that, you'll probably be fine, man. You know, and just obviously, like, don't get hit by random stuff in here, because random stuff hurts. Bro, we got 73% of a level in here already. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It was leveling. Going forward, if you're not a big 5-way person like me, just level in blights. Regular blights, blight ravage, they just give such crazy experience. I can't recommend them enough. All right, are we done? Did we win? Where are you going, my guy? Where are you trying to run to? Did you not get the memo? It's time for you to go away. Dude, it would have been so sick if I would have leveled in this, but I'll definitely level in the next one, like, without a doubt. If I didn't lose all that experience in the previous map, you know, this 0 that I had, I would have been fine. Okay, build one of these. Don't get hit by that. But that's the thing, man. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, that minus 50% just makes it so medium. If we didn't have that, these events would be a million times better. Because, like, if I were to die now, it'd be like losing a whole map and having to, like, run an entire another map. And that just feels bad. So yeah, GGG, if you watch these videos, please just give me hardcore instead. I'd rather just be sad my character died than lose all this progression and have to do it again to die again because I didn't build tanky with my 3,000 life. And for the guy angrily typing in the comments, you only have 3,000 life, you did this yourself? I know, my guy. It's okay. Don't you worry. All right, that's it, man. That was a Blighted map. I'm actually gonna loot it in the video too, because I know a lot of you guys like watching Blighted maps. But yeah, if you guys have questions about EA, or if you have questions about the build or the event, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. Just stop by the Discord or one of the live streams this week. There's still plenty of time by the time this video goes out and you see it, assuming you watch it during the event, to really get to 85 and lock yourself in for some of those really awesome rewards. So if you're really on the fence and you're questioning it and you just need something awesome and easy and chill, I would do it, man. I would do it. I would load it up. I would go level and I would just blast. The leveling experience was so smooth and so easy. You just do rolling magma to your first lab, and after your first lab, you just swap to EA. You just go in, man. What is that? Is that a 5-link random sword? I should come back for that. I should come back for that. Somebody somewhere is gonna need that in this event, right? Maybe. Let's see, do we get anything cool? Any divines? Any divines? I'm trying to buy the Polaric ring. It's like that's like the next major upgrade that I want to get is that Polaric ring. Ooh, an exalted orb. Nice. We're gonna actually use that to craft and fix up our bow here. Okay, too much clutter. Let's just open these and get out of here, and then I'll finish looting it off video. Dang, dude, there's so much loot, bro. This is why on League Start, man, if you don't do Blighted maps, you're like really missing out. It's just free loot. Spend like 10C on a map and you just get all this crap. It's so good. And for the guy saying, yeah, you're right, it's crap. And then just sell me your Blighted maps, bro. Just sell me them maps. Dang, so much good stuff. Let's go. Anyways, friends, if you like this video and you like this type of content or you want to see more like this in the future, don't hesitate to leave a comment, a like, a share, and do all that fun YouTube algorithm stuff. For now, I'm gonna go loot the rest of my map, and I'm gonna prep to plan to hit 90 on this guy and then go from there. And who knows, maybe with Tota not going core, maybe I'll go sit myself into Tota maps and just do Tota for like the next foreseeable future and stock up like a crazy person for standard that I won't play. But for now, friends, so long, farewell, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you for everything. You guys are great. Goodbye.